Welcome to That Board Game Show. My name is Hein van Heerden, and today I'd like to show you Splendor. In Splendor, you take on the role of a merchant where you're going to acquire jewels, and you have to be very scrutinizing on which jewels you select out of the market so that you can get the best collection together. Their Splendor comes with beautiful pieces, solid pieces, hardy pieces that you play with, as well as a market of cards. Let me show you Splendor. Splendor is a set collecting card game where you are going to collect cards from the market and place them into your hand. That in turn is going to give you extra resources that you can then use to purchase more expensive cards as you continue. Let me explain to you the different components of Splendor first. Here in front of you, you have got three sets of cards. There is a 1, a 2, and a 3. The first row is the more cheaper cards to purchase than the last row. And how you determine how the price of each card is based on the depicting of jewels that you have to pay for that card at the bottom. So in this particular case, you would need to have 2 diamonds and 1 blue in order to purchase this card, where here you need a white, a green, a red, and a black in order to purchase. But when you purchase this card, it goes into your hand. And when it's in your hand physically, it counts as available jewels that you can use on your next purchase. And that is where these tokens and things also come in. They are also jewels, but they are jewels that you keep trading backwards and forwards from the supply into your hand. In addition to this, you have various nobles that you can gain as the game progresses. Now, these nobles you gain if you have managed to collect in your hand the necessary cards depicting on the noble. So in this case, you would have 3 green cards, 3 blue cards, and 3 white cards. Then you can gain this noble and he will give you 3 points. Now, points is important because you need to get to 15 points to trigger the end round. So as you go and acquire these various cards, you can see some of them do have points. As soon as you manage to reach 15, the end round is triggered and the remaining players have 1 turn left in order to try either match your number of points you've accumulated or better you to see who is the best merchant of the Renaissance time. So let me show you a typical round or tell you what can happen on a typical round. You have one of 3 options. Firstly, you can choose just draw from the jewel pile. Now you can draw 3 different jewels, or you can draw 2 jewels from one pile, provided that there are 4 or more jewels in that pile existingly. So I would, in this particular case, I am going to choose to draw 3 different tiles. I'm going to take this one, and I'll take the blue, and I'll take a white. And I get to place them in front of me. Now I have a black there, and a white can go there, and my blue can go there. So that's one of the ways you can do in your turn. The other action you can take is to purchase a card from the market. And as I said, you need to pay the costs of that card. And in this case, if I want to go for this one, I need 1 white, 1 green, 1 red, and 1 black. And I can take these, pay them back into the bank, and draw that card and place it in my hand. Now you can see that it adjoins the rest of my sets that I've got at the moment, because the point is to get as many sets together, because they will give you more jewels that you could use to purchase other cards. Because instead of just paying with the tokens, you can also purchase cards by adding up the number of cards you've got in a set as well as the tokens. So I can effectively have 4 blue or 4 green tokens to go and purchase something. The empty space from where I drew my card is immediately filled with another card. The third action you can choose to do is to reserve a card. For example, I am eyeing out this particular card over here, and I can see I need 5 blues and 3 greens. Now, I do have 3 greens. I effectively have 2 tokens, and I've got 2 cards, so I only have to spend the 1 green token, because these 2 are permanent. And I need 5 blues, but I do not have 5 blues. I've got 2 there and 2 there, which only gives me 4. So I'm going to reserve this card, and by reserving it, I take it from the market, I place it to the side of my hand, and I take a gold token. Now, the gold token can be used as any other jewel during the subsequent rounds that I go. So doesn't go by the reserved card. It comes into my hand, and I can use it as like a joker for any jewel that I require in my next turn. That gap is then immediately filled. Splendor is an easy game to play for ages 10 years and up. It plays 2 to 4 players, and a typical game will roughly take you about 30 minutes. Thank you for watching That Board Game Show. See you soon.